to show us how a little fabric can be turned into chic, frameable artwork is the author of Bend the Rules with fabric artist and designer Amy. Carol, nice to have you back. Good to see you.
Thanks, Dave. Nice to see you again.
Now, when you say fabric, do you mean just any fabric, or are you looking like maybe it's something that Grandma had, some heirloom piece, or just anything?
This is toile, and this type of fabric has been around a long time, like 1600s. And so the idea with toile is there was always a pictorial scene on a solid background. So it's really traditional and wonderful, and a fun way to kind of make it modern and arty is to just take some pens and add just a little bit of color to it.
So we have here the finished examples here, if you can see that. And, it's amazing. A little, and when you say a little color, it is only a little bit of color.
A little color. It really looks best when it's just a little tiny pop of color, and it's tempting to fill it all in, but it looks better when it's just a little bit.
All right, and how do we color it in?
So you can take fabric markers, or because you're not going to be washing this, you can use actually just regular markers. And I want you to just take...
Any kind of, even just a Sharpie with color would work?
As long as it doesn't bleed. You can test it and see, but you really can't. So I want you to just maybe color in a little shirt there or a little shoe.
Okay, and when you're saying bleed, do you mean bleed over the lines or bleed through the fabric? Okay, so maybe find something at a craft store would be a good idea.
Craft store's perfect, but really I've used Crayola markers from my kids before.
Okay, all right, so just I can color this in wherever I want.
Right, wherever you want. And what you can do is you can just kind of get a mat.
I don't want red yet. I want green.
And I just kind of hold it over where a nice little scene would look, and then I just kind of color it in.
I see what you're doing. Good idea.
Yeah, and for this one, I actually added a little sweater on the sheep, and then
Isn't that redundant?
Possibly, or it could be funny.
Yeah, I get the irony. I like it. I love this. You know what? And I'm not just doing it because you're here. I think this is
It's
cool.
really fun, and that's the thing, is it's tempting to just keep going, and then before you know it, you've colored everything in.
Yeah, but you don't want to.
I don't think so.
Less is more.
I think less is more. However, you can bend the rules. And yes, and do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to me. And then
the little baby in this picture, I'm coloring him with a little orange, a little jaundiced looking, but the idea though is just to add the spark.
Well, you're coloring the skin, which is an interesting choice. I probably would have gone with the clothes, but this is all good, and this is all being creative. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. You know what? I've taken that cute baby and made it very creepy. Okay, so once you color that in, what are you doing?
So then I'm just popping it into a regular old picture frame that I have from around the house. So I just popped it in.
You know what I like? And the fact that, some of these older frames and the more eclectic kind of frames you have around the house, it adds just that much more character to
it really does. And this is behind glass, but these are not. These are vintage, and this is just the fabric showing straight through, which is nice because there's no glare. And this actually has a mat.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that great? Yeah, I see. So you didn't color the skin. Well, that was a good choice on your part. All right. So then you put that all together.
Right. You just put the back on, and then you could be done with Mother's Day right here. This is a great gift idea.
Where do you find this kind of fabric?
Toile. You need to ask for toile, and it's spelled T-O-I-L-E, but you say toile, and you should go into any fabric store and be able to ask for it, and you should know what you're talking about.
Do you think that there are limits on size? I mean, would you want a large tapestry type, or do you want to keep it, just small, frameable, 8x10 at the most?
I think I really like keeping it small, but this is a nice one because it's large, but then you're focused in. But toile always comes in this scale. You're never going to see a scale that's huge.
Oh, okay. So that's what you have to keep.
Yeah.
Very good. And we have more information on our website at KATU.com. Well, here, I'll show you very quickly. I don't color the skin. It really takes cute little babies and they just get creepy. Yeah. Poor little guy. But you know what? They're going to keep him under a light, and he's going to be fine by Saturday. All right. Thank you so much. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.